Have you ever been asked, can you help me edge light my piece of glass? Well, this is how I did it. And we've machined a wave into a piece of wood for a piece of slumped glass to go in. We have a set of LEDs which are flaring nicely in front of the camera, and basically the hole for the power of the LEDs goes through there. At the back there's a hole for the power connector to go in, and that comes up there. Take a bit more of the sleeving off. So about the noise in the background, it's a water pump going. Someone's having a shower. So we'll get plenty of this off because it makes it easier. So that goes through there. We've got to put some wire on one end. I suppose it'll be that end. I suppose it matters. So we need some wire to hold fire. Right, wire's back. See, I buy it in 100-meter reels. You can see the part number on that. It's RS. It's RS as well. But I find it's easier just to buy 100-meter reels. That's going to be plenty long enough. Soldering iron on. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put the red onto the 12 volts, and the black is going to sit. It needs to sit between the green and the red so that they're both connected. So I might run the risk of actually cutting the blue one away so that it can't touch, because the blue's not going to be used. Probably just blown it down, wreck the strip. But I've got another choice. I can chance the other end. In the end, it's PVC wire, so you tin it and it will shrink back, then you cut it, and now when you solder it on, it shouldn't shrink back anymore. The black. Right, now hopefully I can put that in the middle. And the idea is I could possibly splodge over the back. And I suppose we better have a test. See if it's actually working. Crook clips. Red. They should light up the red and the green. Which it does. Don't think it actually shows up at all, but this camera's colour rendering on LEDs is rubbish. That's red and green, but to you it looks like white. But they light up, so that's good. All I need to know. Because the problem is that the tape is narrower than the hole. So that's got to go down there. And then I've got to stick this tape in there by scrunching it. Oops, off the top of it. Ah! Some lights back on. I've got to fit this, hopefully, by scrunching it around. So maybe I should start at the other end first. Because basically what I've got to do is fold, as you can see that, kind of folding it up around the LEDs to form like a trough. It's probably not going to do it any good. That's what I've got to do. The gap can't be much wider because the glass will flop about that's going to go in there. So that's the idea. Stick it up like that. And then it's a matter of sort of sticking it in and sort of bending it about, sort of squashing it down. The hard part is, of course, going around the curve. It doesn't want to do that, so it's a kind of trial and error of trying to get it to fold and sit as best it can. If it doesn't work, we'll get some more tape and we'll try again. Oops. How's that? Thing is, now still does it work? Right, we've still got, so I'll put a bit of paper over it. Still doesn't kind of show up as red and green. But it is a red LED and a green LED on, and the blue's off. So that's in there. So when it's finished, the glass will sit on top of it. I'll have a coating or something to hold it in. So this is the controller. So that lives in there. Should be flush with the top. There, we'll leave a little bit of spare wire. I'll put a link to the controller in the bottom, and might have to put a little bit of double-sided sticky tape on the controller to hold it in. Put the negative one on. Not sure if you can see that, but I might have to put some more solder on. That will live in there. So a little bit of cable to play with, and on the top. And I've left a little bit here, so there's a little bit to play with as well, because they want to pull that one out when they glue it in. So there's positive lead. Negative lead. And that will live, hopefully, in there. There's going to be some felt on the top. And then hopefully that plugged in. A little bit out of there, and then we should be able to turn it on, off, 100%, 50%, 25%, and then there are some modes. But I think the important one is just so that you can just turn it on and off. So I think currently that's all I have to do for it. So it's a shame it doesn't pick up the colour better. Try the GoPro. Even that doesn't want to pick up the greens and the red. Well, I just thought I'd give you a quick look at the remote control and the instructions. Basically, when you press the light, it takes it away from the modes and puts it back into a single, a light that's either bright or dim, and brings on these controls. So you haven't got to think about getting it back to just a light setting. So I expect the people who are going to use this won't bother with this at all. They'll just use the light on and off, the light and the on and off. But it says it's a dimmer and it's got and dynamic, and it's got 8 dynamic effects. So 10 level dimmer, 256 grade PWM, speed adjustable. It has card type remote-ish, slim design, maybe smooth dimmer effect. Who knows? 1-to-1 remote paired. Yep, you don't have to do anything. And whatever mode you leave it in, it remembers, so auto save. Then it basically goes on to turn on standby, which is that one. Lighting mode is these ones, I think. 3, 8 and 9 are these. I'll turn the page over. Look, there's the actual picture. So 4 and 6 steps through the modes backwards and forwards. 5 and 7 adjust the speeds. 10 and 11 are just the brightness ones, and that's about it. And it's a little, tiny little wireless thing. There are some. It's a power supply. It's 12 to 24, but the board says 5 to 24. And so I think they can all do that. And it's just simple. I've cut that off. I've kept it, so they might want to peel that label off and stick it underneath. Sorry about that. And there is a little plastic tang in the remote that saves the battery. So that's about it. 8 modes, 10 levels of brightness, 256 step PWM, smooth dimmer effect, 12 to 24 volts, peak 6 amps. It is an RF wireless link, and it's 33.92 megahertz. Greater than 30 meters at open area? No idea. Not going to try it. But I just thought I'd show you that. So that's it. Oh, no. You've seen it all now. So jobs are good, and just don't look in there. It's a bit messy. But we might improve that when the glass goes in. Bye. Well, here you can see the glass sitting in the wooden base. The lights are off, and in a second we'll put the light on and you can see what it looks like. And here it is with the light on, and I think this is quite high brightness, but you can see the green LED lights up the green of the plants very nicely, and the red LED highlights the red of the poppies, and it also lights up some of the speckles in the background part of the clear glass. And we're very happy with it. It looks very nice, and it just needs to be glued in now so that it's safe to transport, and I think the job's a good one. So if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, click notification bell, and I'll catch you on the next one.